So day one of the Tony Robbins Summit 2026 happened yesterday. So I'm actually doing this video a day late. But what I've done today is I've actually created a little website with all my notes on it. And I'll put the link in there so you can actually go and have a look at it. It's just a web page that just tells you about the things that we experienced at the Tony Robbins event and the biggest takeaways. So if you want a quick review or revision, you can just have a look at this page and go through these ideas. The first one was the 3 decisions, what we focus on, the meaning we make, and also the actions we take. The next, he talked about the 3 S's: strategy, story, and state. These are the 3 S's of creating change. And then he also looked at pattern mastery, where we looked at pattern recognition, then pattern utilization, and finally pattern creation. And then going down, there's some transformative stories, and I won't read those stories to you, but go ahead and have a look at this. Just click on the link below this and you can have a look and go over the things and the ideas that we discussed. Now, why is this relevant? Well, you want to implement it into your life. Now, these stories and these concepts I've heard before. I've heard it before because I've been to Time to Rise before. I've been to UPW around about 5 or 6 times now. I've also done Date with Destiny 3 times. I've done Money Mastery. I've done all of basically Tony's core courses. The only one I haven't done is the Fiji one, the Life Mastery one. That's not one that I've done, but I've done all the other courses and programs with Tony, and I found them to be wonderful. And now we've got some practical application and exercise. You can look at the inner council, and that's where we look at the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the sovereign. You can see down here. And so those of you who want to revisit what you did in the seminar, this is a quick reference way for you to do it. So that's why I've got these notes. I put them here so that everybody has the information, and it's a quick reminder. Like you go there and you look at it and you go, oh, that's right, we discussed this, and it just gets you moving, gets you to take new action. And that's the idea. We've got state shifting techniques. We looked at power pose, sound activation, movement patterns, and then when you own it, you drill it. You want to get it into your body, into your nervous system, and I love that. Now, when I did UPW for the first time, this going back a number of years ago, when I did UPW, it had such a tremendous impact on me. It really did. And what I started doing afterwards was a morning routine. And in my morning routine, I'd wake up nice and early at 4 a.m. and I'd do a number of exercises. I'd do a breathing exercise. I'd do my incantations. I'd do my HIIT protocol training. That's high intensity interval training. I'd do that. I'd then do my excitement exercise or emotional stretching. I call it both those things. I'd also do a cold plunge. I'd jump in cold water. And I started stringing all these things together each and every day. And what I found is that had a more powerful, even permanent shift to my identity. So what can happen if you go to an event like this is you can get a boost for a day or a week, but it doesn't last. What you need is the ability to keep the new patterns of behavior going. And the way to do that is through a morning routine. And also you can look at getting some sort of supportive community. And that's what I run here with Access World Seminars. I support people to basically keep the momentum of their life going. And it's not just a seminar here or a seminar there, but there's ongoing support, there's coaching, there's all of these things to keep the momentum happening for you, for your life. And so if you'd like to check it out, just jump on that page, check it out, and revisit those ideas and concepts. And I'd encourage all of you to come up with your own routine. Come up with a series of behaviors that you could do, ideally each day, to get your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit, your soul just surging forward. What you want to do is get yourself in that high peak state and keep yourself there for as long as possible. Now, this morning routine that I did, 2 hours I was spending each day. Tony talks about 15 for fulfillment, that's 15 minutes, or an hour of power, that's an hour to invest in personal development. So I decided, because I started a bit later, Tony was 17 when he was right into personal development, and I started my journey with him. And my first live seminar was at the age of 39. And so I realized that I was a bit older, and because I had to make up for lost time, I decided that instead of 1 hour, I'd put 2 hours in, and I did it consistently for a period of 5 years, and it transformed everything in my life. And today I'm a coach, I'm a seminar leader, today I teach the principles and concepts similar to what Tony teaches. So I teach people about the 3 S's: story, state, strategy. I talk to people about their life. I talk about identity and identity shifts. In fact, I've got programs all around this that actually work with identity shifting. And I teach people how to install at an unconscious level new identities and all that sort of thing. So much in line with what Tony Robbins teaches. And I want you to know that before going to the live event with Tony, I actually wanted to be a seminar leader and coach. And it wasn't until after I went through UPW that I came out with 2 thoughts. One is, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready right now. I didn't have to prepare any longer to get ready. And the next thing was, I also felt that I knew enough. Like before that, what was holding me up, what was holding me back was this limited belief that I have that I didn't know enough. And it was through the Dickens process, which he spoke of briefly in the first day of this event. He spoke about the Dickens process and how and I explain exactly how it works in some of the videos that I do, so you can actually reach out to me and let me know that you're interested, and I can point you in the right direction of some of those trainings, and you can actually understand how it actually works and why it's beneficial, why it's so powerful. In fact, I did a whole episode on it on my podcast. You can actually listen to that. So if you contact me, reach out to me, let me know, and I can point you in the direction of that so that you can actually learn more about the Dickens process, how it works, why it works, and how you can make it work for you. So that's me for the day. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and it is time to rise. It's time for you to step into your new belief system, to step into a new identity, and to take charge of your life and your world.